Awesome. Make sure you subscribe if you like that demo. For this week, I went ahead and did the opposite of what I did last week. I took the JCM 900 preamp and ran it through the power amp of the 5150, essentially making it a 50 watt 6L6 JCM 900. The pack includes 5 high gain captures, and I went ahead and made this demo with them. We're now going to take a look inside the mix to see the processing I did to the guitars to make it sound the way you heard them in the demo. We're going to start with the drums. For this week, I used Superior Drummer 3. I used this back, the rock brass. I changed the kick and some levels in the mixer. Again, this is my programming. Nothing too crazy this week either. Let's see what the drums sound like. For the drums, I split the snare into its own channel and did some clipping on it. And then I did some parallel compression on the bus and some flatline, some clipping as well. For bass this week, I use Submission Audio Punk Bass. Pretty good. I used the fuzz, the channel 2 with all the fuzz. This is what that sounds like. I initially did the first channel. I actually wrote the whole thing with the clean channel. But I just like how this one blended with the guitars better. So I rolled with this one instead. Let's hear the drums and the bass together. For the guitars, I only used one of the 5 captures for the whole project. I used the boosted one. I used it on the Rhythm 2. I used it on the Surf guitar. I used it on the leads. And I also used it on the solo. Let's start with the intro guitar and see how that sounds isolated. For that tone, I'm using NadIR with York Audio Marshall 412 mix number 4. I'm using SSL channel strip with some low pass, high pass, a little boost on the AK, and that's about it. Let's hear without the EQ and then with the EQ. It just gets a little bit, it just gets rid of a little bit of the rumble in the low end. On the second rhythm, I use, again, the same capture. For the bus, I use NadIR with York Audio, the same IR. The same channel strip, but I went a little higher on the high pass. And I think a little lower on the low pass. Little boost on 10K. And I cut a little bit, tiny bit, 0.4 dB on 150. I used Pro MB to tame the low end a little bit, the low mids, and a limiter for level control. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's turn the processing off, and then I'll turn it back on. Along with those guitars, we have this lead. It's the same capture. I did use another boost with it using Helix. Then I used NadIR with a York Audio Mesa 212 Mix 3. SSL channel strip, high pass, low pass, little boost on AK as well. Soothe on this preset. And then a compressor at the end. I send that to repeater on a guitar solo ping pong. I think I adjusted the feedback a little bit. And a little bit of reverb. See what the processing is doing here. That's off. This is on. So it warms it up, makes it less piercing. After that, we have the surf guitars. Those are the pink ones over here. Let's see what they sound like. Okay, I'll let this harmony go in, but again, same capture. I used the Marshall IR on mix number 2. SSL console with a low pass at around 4.6. Low mid control with Pro MB and a compressor at the end. Doing about 2 to 3. Let's see what this sounds like with everything off and then back on. Again, the big difference is the EQ with this low pass. After that, all these tracks are repeat except the solo. This is the main solo. For this one, I use Helix. So I don't have a physical wah. So I use the wah in the Helix and I use my mouse to control it. I use the compressor, another boost before it. I use the boost one capture. I use the York Audio Mesa 212 Mix 1 IR. SSL channel strip. I did a reduction on AK as well. 3 dB. And a compressor at the end. And then here, my automation, you can see my wah. So I'll play with the wah open so you can see what it's doing. Let's see what the EQ and the compressor are doing. The EQ gets rid of the piercing highs, and then the compressor just makes it sit at the right level. Now let's hear it together with the track. Well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the demo, the captures, the mix demonstration. Again, thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.